What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much for tuning in. It's me, Mikey Pipes. It's Monday morning, folks. Monday, the 27th of April, 2026. You know, yesterday I went on two estimates. I got to speak to you about this for a quick second. Hold on, let me get my espresso. Yesterday I went on two estimates. One existing, we've been there once or twice before, a simple repair on a Train XC90, high efficiency furnace that was installed sometime in the late 90s with a 3-ton ream outdoor unit, case coil above the furnace. And I go out there, I'm there at 9 o'clock on the dot. The homeowner said he wouldn't be home until 9 o'clock, and I guess wouldn't be up until 9 o'clock is more appropriate. And I asked him has he done any research? What is he thinking about putting in? He goes, yeah, I would like to get like a Lennox or a Daikin. I was like, we don't install neither one of them unless you really want to get that, but I'm not going to be able to put a Lennox in for you because I'm not a Lennox dealer. I'm not going to pay them thousands of dollars to become a dealer to sell you a piece of equipment that you want. Sorry, you're paying for a name. I was like, how about I give you a system that is made at the same mega factory by one of the top 3 globally producing manufacturers, and give you a system with my own name on it. And you get all the crazy bells and whistles of a high-end Carrier Lennox or high efficiency system communicating for a fraction of the price. He goes, no, I really want a Daikin or a Lennox. I was like, okay, have a good day. Like seriously. A Daikin or a Lennox. Why on earth would anyone want a Daikin? Why? It's made in Texas by Mexicans. Correct me if I'm wrong. If there's a Daikin plant guy watching right now, correct me if I'm wrong. To my understanding, it's made in Texas by Mexicans. For the same price of a Daikin, I can give him an ACiQ furnace, 97%, fully communicating, fully modulating, variable everything. The 3 that we installed, the customers they're falling on the floor like, is it really on? I was like, yeah, that's how quiet it is. So I gave him an estimate for an ACiQ. We'll see if he ever gets back to us. Probably not, right? Because he really wanted his Lennox or Daikin. I'm like, what is going on? Like, what did he read Consumer Reports and this is what they told him to buy? Come on, man. Which was good. Yesterday it rained in the morning, so it canceled the Arts on the Sunrise Festival, the community event here hosted by the Woodmere Hewlett Public School District and the Endowment Fund, as well as the PTA and the Hewlett Woodmere Business Association. That's going to be this Sunday instead. Looking forward to that. Hopefully it doesn't rain. If it rains, oh well. I do have a scheduling conflict, so I may not be able to attend that. Before I talk about my next estimate, someone reached out to me, booked an appointment with me, a virtual video appointment at mikeypipes.com, and we spent about half an hour on the phone. You can book consultations with me. Half hour, up to half an hour is $125, and I donate that money to my nonprofit. So consider it like a tax deduction, kind of. He had a Burnham P207 gas-fired boiler that was seen better days, right? It's about 32 years old, and he had an heat issue, so the HVAC company came out and they said the boiler's leaking and needs to be replaced. That was 2 weeks ago. There's no water on the floor, and it's been running perfectly since then. However, he has like an 1,800 square foot house built 100 years ago with windows from the 1920s. And his gas bill, he has to crank up the aquastat on the boiler to 210 degrees in order to really satisfy the house to 68, 70 degrees when it's 20 degrees outside in Syracuse, New York. Yep. And the estimate, this is, it's mind-boggling. It really is. We've been to this client also a couple times before. We replaced the water heater. We took out a 75-gallon high recovery water heater, gave him a regular 75-gallon water heater about 2.5 years ago. I've not been there since, but others have been there because I see another sticker on the air conditioning equipment that we recently saw. And it's the same company, whatever. It's Whatever. I'll give you a little story. A few years ago, I donated a bunch of HVAC equipment to a synagogue that was being built. Right? I happen to know a lot of people who are part of this. And it was like, I don't know, $15,000 worth of equipment. I donated it all to the synagogue, but I was like, listen, I'm not putting it in, have someone else put it in. So I learned 6 or 8 months later that this other HVAC contractor put it in and put his stickers all over all of my equipment that I put in. Right? Even on the thermostats. I'm like, wow. And this is the same company that went to that guy who's also part of that synagogue, whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyway, this guy quotes a Carrier 5-ton system for $8,200 installed. I'm like, what? What? $8,200 for a 5-ton Carrier system. Like, seriously? $8,200. It's insane. With my ACiQ instant rebate at registration of equipment and commissioning, and the IRS tax credits up to $2,000. I do have a manufacturer ID number, so I can get you that tax credit for high efficiency heat pump equipment. It's $2,000, max $2,000, so 30% of the job. I am at a hair under $11,000 installed for an ACiQ, fully communicating, inverter driven, side discharge, indoor and outdoor unit installation, ductwork transitions, the emergency drain pan, drains, float switches, thermostat, all that good stuff. Fully communicating system. I'm a hair under 11. And this guy is peddling a Carrier or a Mana, right? For like $8,200. I was like, what the fuck is going on in this world? $8,200. Wow. Crazy. And it just so happens that this is the same contractor who installed the equipment that I donated for the synagogue that needed equipment when they were building the building. And put his stickers all over my equipment. I'm like, yo, bro, like, who do you think you are? Like, I donated the equipment. It should be a plaque. Donated by Mikey fucking Pipes. Whatever. So, we'll see if I get either one of them. I like to be optimistic, but I think I'm 0 for 2 on yesterday's estimates. Which is kind of surprising because this equipment here, if you see the equipment, look at this. If you see the equipment, it sells itself. Now, to the untrained eye, you have no idea what this is, but don't worry, I got a solution for that incoming. I really do got a solution for that incoming. It's Monday. We have a full schedule. Let me tell you real quick. By the way, the maintenance agreement war board, which is right there. We have 338 active maintenance agreements. 16.9% to our goal. I had a funny dream last night that we had like 7,000 maintenance agreements. And just hear me out for a second. Daniel always wanted a G-Wagon, so he has a G-Wagon in the dream because we have 7,000 maintenance agreements. James owns a large waterfront house down the block in Hewlett Neck, and his wife drives a G-Wagon. And he's still driving the car that he has. And there was a few other characters in the dream. I have no idea who they were, but we had the whole fucking block here. From Irving Place to Franklin, the whole block was a giant pipe doctor facility. And we had over 7,000 maintenance agreements. Actually, it was like, it was 7,500. We just hit 7,500. I'm like, yeah, we celebrated. And like, fireworks are going off. And I'm like, yeah, boy. I was like, imagine 7,000 maintenance agreements, right? Active maintenance agreements. or 7,500 maintenance agreements. You know what that is a month in revenue? Not pesos, fellas. I want to give a shout out to my son's mother-in-law, Amy. Today is her birthday. Happy 60th birthday, Amy. Appreciate that. Appreciate you. Well, Monday, April 27th, Daniel has a service call. His first service call is at 9. We have a mixed-use building in East Meadow, followed by Franklin Square, then Atlantic Beach. James is in Uniondale, and then he's going to Lawrence. I'm going to Hicksville, Douglaston, Lawrence. But between Douglaston and Lawrence, I'm going to West Hempstead to finalize a multiple zone ACiQ ductless mini split system install. We're doing 3, 2, and 1. So 3 on one side of the house, 2 on the other, and 1 in the den. 3, 2, 1. It'd be awesome. I think it's like, I don't know, like $50,000 all in. I'm just joking. It's not $50,000. One day it may be, though. But it's a nice sized job. Let me see. They have window units now and wall units. You know, those wall shakers. They run, they're loud, and they're horrible, they're ugly, and they're not that very efficient. So we're getting rid of those. I'm very excited to get that job going. I just realized, oh no, it's the side of the house. Awesome. And then do we have any installs scheduled for this week? I don't think we have any installs scheduled for this week. Nope. Just a lot of service calls. And Friday. Love me Fridays. Oh yeah, Friday I'm going to the city. Okay. Yep. Good stuff. So that's it, folks. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Like I said yesterday, I took on that virtual video appointment. If you're interested in doing that, go to MikeyPipes.com. If you like a poster, like we have over there, this poster right here. One of these. $42.50. 100% of the proceeds go to my nonprofit, the Mikey Pipes Philanthropy charitable organization, where we provide free or low-cost plumbing, heating, and cooling services to those in the community who can't afford a high professional. We are doing a job, probably not this week, maybe the following week, a 3-zone, 9,000 BTU unit. This family's just down on their luck, a little bit of a hardship there, and they're getting the low cost. And I don't think I've ever did a low-cost project for the philanthropy organization, but this is going to be the first one. So, and the thing here is what they were going to pay for, what they were going to buy there on their own, a Senville 3-zone system. We're giving them high-end ACiQ Extreme multi-zone ductless system, and we're installing it for less than the price that they were going to buy their equipment for. So I think that's pretty cool. We're doing that. That's really, really awesome. And as soon as they get the equipment delivered to them, we will be scheduling that. Keep an eye on this board. We're now in week 3, starting up the week. Nothing there, folks. Everyone's got a clean opportunity to do better than the last, that was a nice week, by the way. 15 for the week. Nice. I'll catch you in the next one. Be well. God bless. Stay safe. Remember, MikeyPipes.com or pipesforfree.org.